All right, 37, 38, 39, right? 37 was pretty easy. Yeah. How'd you do it? Yeah, you just set up Q equals AV, right? So if we know Q, 75 feet cubed per second, we know that's equal to A times 10.0 feet per second. We can solve for A. Yeah? What'd you get? Yeah. 10 and divide it to the 75, right? 7.5, and that's feet squared. Did they want to know more? Like, yeah. 37. So then how do we get the diameter? We say, oh, well, it's equal to pi d squared over 4. And then we solve for d squared. Or d. So that'll be the square root of 7.5 feet squared times 4, because that moves across, and we're going to divide by pi. Yeah. Now what'd you get for d? 3 point what? 3.09 feet. It's huge. Huge. All right, nice job. Rock star. Cassidy. Let's see here. What does 38 say? Should read it. If the velocity of the liquid is 1.65 feet per second in a special pipe with an inside diameter of 12 inches, what's the velocity in a 3-inch diameter jet exiting from the nozzle? So this one is going to deal with conservation of energy, which is Q equals Q. That quantity's got to stay true, right? So A1 V1, that's Q, and then Q of the second one could be A2 V2. So that's the easiest way to set it up. So we know the diameter of the first area, and we know the diameter or the velocity of the first area. And then we know the diameter of the second area, but we don't know the velocity of the second. Make sense? It's coming here, and then it's going to neck down and be smaller. And that is 3 inches. This is 12 inches. Velocity here is 1.65 feet per second. And velocity here, we don't know. Yeah? Yep, then you just plug it in. So area of the first part is going to be pi 12 squared over 4. Velocity of this first region in this area, 1.65 feet per second. Since this is in feet, maybe this should be in feet or this needs to be in inches, but they can't be a different unit. So I'll just put it in feet. 1.0 feet. Oh, yep. Makes sense? Yeah, she's good with that. And then I don't know A2. Oh, I do know A2. It's 3 inches, so it's pi 0.25 feet squared over 4. And I don't know V2. So this concept of area times velocity, Q stays the same. That's the conservation of energy or the conservation of flow. V2 equals. It's going to be faster or slower? than the first one. Why? Yeah, well, it's much smaller. It's going to push the same amount of volume, but a much smaller diameter. It's good. What'd you get? 26.4 feet per second. Is it right? I'll calculate it real quick. See if I get the same number. Yep, 26.4. We're out on the money. Nice job. 39. When 2,000 liters per minute of water flows through a circular section with an inside diameter of 300 millimeters, that later reduces to 150, calculate the average velocity flow in each section. So we know liters per minute. We know Q. So again, we have a large diameter. Does it go to a nozzle or does it just go to something smaller? Later reduces to 50. Yeah, we don't know. $150 here. 300 here. Yeah. And Q at 2,000 liters per minute. And they want to know velocity 1, V1, and velocity 2, V2. Oh, you can't see it. There. Did you draw pictures for each one? Yeah, it's a good idea to draw pictures. Like as they get more complicated, you're definitely going to want to draw that. All right, so we know Q in liters per minute. So that means that Q equals A times V, and that's going to be V1, this thing. Huh? Now you say it? All right, so we can go 2,000 liters per minute. It's good to talk it out. And that's going to equal 300 millimeters squared pi. So that's our area, and this is our V1, which we don't know. So we probably need to get like millimeters and liters are not the same. You need to get the liters and maybe go to millimeters or meters. Huge, right? So for volume, we can look that up. I see liters and gallons. I see liters in inches. I see liters in centimeters. I see liters in meters. Which one did you use?
2,000 liters to meters cubed.
Meters, yeah. So there's 1,000 liters per meter cubed. So over here, I can say, well, there's 1,000 meters per liter cubed. No, that's not right. What the heck? Yeah, that's right. 1,000 liters per meter cubed. So that means we're going to need this in meters. Right? So I'm just going to switch it to meters and say, oh, it's 0.3. So that'll be meters squared, and it's going to take 2 away from this one. It's going to be left with meters per minute. Did you leave it at meters per minute?
Per second.
So you switched it to meters per second. Perfect. All right, so then that's going to be 60 down here and 1 minute up here. So V1 equals, see what I get. There is a equal sign in there. Get all sloppy here. Equal.
It's 1,000 meters per meter.
Thanks. So 2,000, 1,000, 60 divided, and all that. 4.71. I'm gonna write it down and then I'll change it. 4,716. So 2,000, 1,000 divide, and then 60 divide. So I get 0.03 on this side, and then I gotta divide by this number. 0.3 squared, don't forget that. I might have forgot something in there. Yep, 0.4715. And that's going to be meters per second. Good job. And now we need V2. So V2, we know Q is that, and Q stays the same. So Q here is 2,000 liters per minute. Now we know Q is equal to, I'll jump down here. Q is equal to pi 0.15 meters squared over 4. That's this area. And then V2. So instead of this Q, right, the 2,000 liters per minute, we'll do the same thing. We'll say, okay, there's 1,000 liters per meter cubed, plus that, and then they are 60 seconds per 1 minute, cross that. That should give us V2. All right, see what I get. What'd you get? 1.8, I want to say 7 meters per second. Yeah, same number. Perfect. Velocity 0.47 in the big section, velocity 1.87 in the smaller section. Same amount of energy going on. We got Q in, Q out. Perfect. Turn it in. All right, let's do one. Let's do it complicated as an example problem, because these are going to be closer to your homework. This is where we're going to set up Bernoulli's, and we just need to practice it. So I'm going to give you minutes to write it down. You can copy it out of the book, or you can copy it from the 72. Pause the recording.